As the days get shorter and the nights grow longer, many people notice their mood taking a dip. But when do these winter blues become something more serious? We welcome psychologist Dr. Shannan Crawford to discuss how daylight affects our mood and strategies to brighten the darker months. Dr. Crawford, welcome. So what's the difference between the so-called, quote, winter blues and clinical seasonal depression?
Everybody tends to have a bit of a seasonal dip during the darker months. We're not outside as much, so our serotonin level goes down. We're not as active, so you're not getting as many endorphins. So there's a tendency to want to cuddle up and just kind of eat comfort foods and carbs. That is on one side of the pendulum, and the other side is thoughts of harming ourselves, isolating, staying in bed. And if it lasts over 2 weeks, then probably it's seasonal affective disorder or something along the lines of something that needs to be treated, that we're not just living with that. You can do things to make that feel better. So knowing that spectrum, knowing that line for yourself is really important.
So speaking about seasonal affective disorder, can that affect anyone, or are certain people more at risk?
Yeah, it can absolutely affect anyone. They have found studies that females tend to be a little bit more prone to seasonal affective disorder, and those who are under extreme amounts of stress. So that could be your high-powered executive, your business leader, even college students or type A type high school students, and then moms that might be juggling multiple areas of life, navigating a lot of schedules. Those are populations that are going to be more vulnerable.
So what can these people do? What kind of lifestyle habits that can change and improve this kind of situation?
Yeah, so think of yourself like a plant. That plants need to be consistently cultivated and nurtured. So there's 4 types of light that we need. We need natural sunlight. So getting a light lamp with over 10,000 or 100,000 watts of the bright light is really powerful, especially for those that might be in northern places like Alaska. Getting that bright light is so essential. Being outside the best you can, even if it's foggy, getting that natural sunlight, getting movement. And then secondly, we need relational light. So just like a plant, it needs consistent attention. So we need to trim off areas where we're feeling alone and isolated and withdrawing and low energy. You'll get more energy if you engage and feel deeply seen and known in relationships. The third light is your soul. Making sure that you're watering your plant by journaling, processing. Some people have holiday issues around anniversaries of grief or loss or just loneliness, discontentment in life. And so if we don't proactively engage with relationships and journal to process, get that out, then you're more prone to seasonal affective disorder. And the last being spiritual light, of having something that gives significance, prayer, being in a community group, thriving in relationship, and that sense of hope and purpose really reduces depression.
Seems like having a lot of holidays during the autumn and winter months do help a lot of people get together and support each other during tough times. So during these holidays, how can we support each other when we're together and having a get-together?
Oh, that's such a great question. So I think that a lot of people have a chosen family. So some people, their known family is great, and that's wonderful. But then some people, maybe there's strain, maybe there's disconnect, maybe members have passed away. So also gathering like a Friendsgiving or something that supports you emotionally and relationally. And then I love when people have a card that they go around and they all answer. So it's drawing out the quieter people and helping maybe the more talkative people make space to deeply see and know everyone at the table. And then lots of connection, right? If it feels safe, some people have trauma background, those excluded. Lots of hugs, connection, just touching on the shoulder, something that feels like you are seen, you're valued, you're wanted here. And that releases oxytocin, which also helps improve mood.
And Dr. Crawford, finally, there are many people asking and questioning about physical exercise and physical stability during these winter months. So what is your advice about physical exercise?
1000%. You have to be moving. The more sedentary and hibernating we get, that does impact mood, focus, relationships. Everything kind of just dwindles and gets small. So we need to be active. We need to be vibrant. There's so much research about the benefits of exercise, not only reducing the stress and the cortisol, you're using that up, especially for those that are vulnerable to having seasonal affective disorder, but also releasing the endorphins and the confidence of feeling like, I am tough. I can do this. I accomplished amazing goals. So getting into marathons, getting into running clubs, being a part of any group that might be exercising at your local gym. And if you don't have that, then I also do HIIT, high intensity training at home, couple barbells and a YouTube, and you literally can do it at home. So there's a place for everyone to get some exercise in. The ideal, of course, is that you're walking outside in sunshine and fresh air with lots of natural leaves and giving us oxygenated air.
And finally, Dr. Crawford, some people don't really know if they're just feeling down or if they're having these seasonal disorders. And so what is the one thing that can set these two apart that we can tell right now?
Absolutely. So based on our research, it's the moment that you start withdrawing from relationship, isolating, negative self-talk, feelings of hopelessness, despair, that is not seasonal. That is now depression. So if it's starting to inhibit your quality of life, your ability to go to work or engage in daily life, you know that's now depression versus, oh, come on, go to the gym, get up, like kind of having to force yourself into something is very different than I don't feel like I belong or I'm a burden. Then that's definitely going into depression.
So Dr. Shannan Crawford, what can we do if we do find out, oh, we are facing this depression?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's where you want to reach out to a mental health provider in your area, or there's virtual. At Crawford Clinics, we provide both in-person and virtual appointments. And there's lots of resources. There's communities, online support groups. There's lots of ways to get connected. Do not isolate. And you don't have to live like that. That's the saddest part for me as a psychologist, how many people just live lackluster. And there is hope, and there are things that we can do to help you. And definitely journal, process, get sunlight, get exercise. And if those things aren't kicking the feelings, please reach out for an appointment.
Dr. Shannan Crawford, great advice. Thank you very much.
Thanks.